Okay, it's only one game that we're gonna look at, and I haven't looked at it yet, so we'll see how long this takes. I wish it was longer, or I wish we had more games to look at, but since this is the only one you sent me right now, this is the one I'll do. So let's go over it. Okay, first thing in X rank, like I mean, I didn't even do this, but I try to make a habit of it. Is I look at the weapons I'll be fighting and the weapons I'm with, and I make a plan. Sometimes I make a plan if I remember to do it. I'll make a plan, right? So like, first I'll think about, okay, what are the weapons I can fight here easily, right? Which ones am I going to be able to take advantage of on the map? A lot of the times it's more of like the supports for me. Sometimes, depending on what my teammates are running, I can help with like with 2v1 stuff like that on a lot of the slower weapons in a team comp on the enemy team. It's especially important for us to look for coolers. So neither of these teams have cooler. So both should be around even though, you know, the comps are obviously pretty different. You're probably going to struggle a bit with the just the bombs that they have, right? Like they might throw bombs at your walls and stuff, so you have to be very careful about that. Urchin's a map with some pretty decent elevation too, so the wall bombs might be pretty difficult to deal with. Other than that, though, like I don't see any like anything that would really hard diff you. I mean, you might have some trouble with the S blast depending on where they play, but nothing you can't work around, I feel like. Okay, but yeah, let's go into this now, see how it plays out. Aggressive opening from them. Okay, you could look left here, or I mean right, sorry. Yeah, where you look. This is all good, I like this. I feel like the left side is really good for you, so that's why I like this. And you also get like a good turret kill here. This is great. You do dive into zone here. I'm not too sure about this. You dive into zone right after getting this kill, but your teammates are already looking there, so your opportunity to look at S-Blast is like basically already over, because they're going back. So because your teammates are going to zone, don't even worry about zone, right? You keep going up left here, honestly. Okay, and that's what you do. You just take maybe a longer route around there, I guess. I like this too. This is great. So what makes this really good, Cysabi, is that you're picking off the people who are coming back from this fight. So your teammates are winning this fight, right? And because of that, when you go in here, this is really good, because look at what's going on the right side, right? They're forced to back up into you, and so you make really good work out of that. Perfect timing there, and your team has benefit from your fights. That's good. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this I'm a little more worried about. Just because I do see what's going on the left. Like, I can hear the Booyah Bomb. It's on the left side of the map. And you can see here that they flank. It's something it's something that's really important to watch for on this map in particular, because you cannot always like, you can't always plan for your teammates being able to watch the flank. So it's something you have to do. No matter what. In a coordinated environment, you can have one person watching the map to watch for flanks, but solo on this map and in general, I think the flanks are important to watch out for, and you can do so with your map. So while you're repositioning here, you'll see, right? Like, boom, people are down. Look at the map. You'll see the paint on the side. You see how there's paint. I can't open the map while I'm paused. That's really weird. But you see how there's paint there on the flank? That means that someone has used that, because no one was flanking before. See how they move up there with the paint? And that's your hint, like, okay, shoot, hold on, wait, maybe I shouldn't be taking this top right. Maybe I need to help with flank, unless we have it already. And here I think would have been a great time to go look left. But at this point we're here, so there's not too much we can do about it, right? We have to hold right at this point. Let's see. Oh, Zuka. Okay, that's just unlucky. We're gonna limit as many of those types of deaths as we can get. Now it seems like you are aware of the flank. I don't like putting yourself in zone here, because you are like in between two people right now. Yeah, okay. The missiles are gonna move you a lot, right? Okay, I mean, that's just aim. You had that fight. It was, yeah, just aim. What happens here? Okay. Oh, don't drop. Maybe we're fine anyway, though. Yeah, we cleaned it up. There should be one right. We do know about them. Cool with Booyah here. This is all good. Yeah, this is all good. Okay. So let's go back through this sequence one more time real quick. I think most of this is pretty good from you. I see maybe a couple things. So first thing here is you are really indecisive with where you want to move, even further back. Actually, no. We'll go back one more time real quick so I can show you what I'm talking about. But you are very indecisive. Starting from here. You could definitely, you know, move through left quicker here, and then that'll make sure that you can kill these guys without having to drop. Like, I don't think you need to drop here. Putting yourself more at risk here by dropping is difficult, because then instead of now having to look up, right, they just look like directly behind them or something instead of up and directly behind. So, but it's not that big of a deal. It just would be a bigger deal if, like, you didn't have one extra teammate looking at them or something like that. Because then, you know, they can kind of focus you. And then, yeah, I think this is smart. You do this really well. I like the wall and zone. You're playing your angles well here. Okay, so again, this is still something we need to look at. Like, we should be looking at the map. Our teammates are dealing with someone behind. That works. We get them. Oh, yeah, there's still someone right. Good fight. What works about that fight there is two things. One, you play your range really well. And two, you wait for them to shoot the first shot. So look at this, right? They overextend a little, bomb, see how they shoot, you come in, and you clean it up. That's good. Great. All the fights so far have been really good. Except for, you know, like the aim, I guess. That's the biggest thing there. Okay, we should talk about this a little, because your team does not have this. I don't even know how they lose it here. I guess it's because this fight does take a while, right? Like, your teammates, this entire game, your teammates have been dealing with, like, left the entire time. And, while you've been on right, so it's something to think about, right? If they keep making a pattern of going left, maybe I have to stay there. Even if you are getting value on right, it might not be enough value, I guess. I think that's a lot of what X rank is too. And here there isn't too much you can do. Like, you cannot go for zone here, which I think is like kind of what you're doing. You're like, it looks like you're trying to just get a more like more of a presence in mid, and then you get caught off by the shot. But you can't even be going to mid here. Going to mid here is bad because they have so many people up. Yeah, I think your push is dead, so you should probably even just jump out, or stay behind them. One of the two. Although you have Booyah, like, you can just jump out and then retake. Okay, hopefully your teammates clean it up well and left. Awkward angle here. We get something out of it. Our fight here needs to be very good. We don't clean it up too fast, okay. Good, okay, so let's talk about this. Because this is just, like, to me, this is just efficiency. Like, you're getting the kills, right? I don't think these players are the best players I've ever seen, but we need to be able to clean them up very, very quickly. So the first thing is, like, obviously that peak on the left, we get them, so it's fine. But this whole fight is really, like, dragged out when it doesn't need to be. I think you can, if you make the right plays here, you can go back, kill this person much quicker. I think why it's tough for you to do that is because you close the gap a lot, right? So when we see them here, like, I think it's our time to dodge roll back and then keep playing our range. But because you swim towards them, like, then they just swim towards you, and like now everything's like dragged out, right? And they have more time to respawn, basically, is what I'm thinking, and also jump in. which is exactly what they do. And that makes this very awkward. So like even though you've gotten the kills here, it's not quick enough, which sucks. This is also part of the reason why I said maybe we should just jump out, because we need like a fast, efficient retake, and as strong of one as we can get. You know, your teammates weren't able to do enough on the left by themselves, and so when you come in here, like sure, yes, you're getting kills, right? But look at your teammates going down. Your teammates are lost the team fight, so. So if you are gonna go for the jump there, beforehand, you know, right before this fight, if you are going to go for that, like, we need to make sure that everything that you clean up after that is as quick as possible, I guess. But yeah, I mean, you get kills, it's just, it doesn't matter, because of what happens to your team on left. And you might not have another chance to push in. Good kill. We gotta go for zone, though. It's over. Okay. Is there anything else I want to look at? Yes, actually, I think we could also look at a bit of the team play, because it is kind of lacking. The best part of the team play I saw was right at the start here, when after this first like initial pick, like you do great here, and then maybe without even knowing it, you clean up this right side like I had talked about, right? Like this is really good, and this is like this kind of stuff right here is what we should be looking for, like as often as we can get it. It's really powerful, and it'll win you games if you do it properly. And Gluga's great at it too, because Gluga can just hold down a position pretty well a lot of the times. And being able to do that, it means that you can basically just cut off a direct angle, like a direct escape route that the enemy has, which is exactly what you did there, and it was really well played. So yeah, I guess this time, like, the thing about this is the patterns need to be recognized as quick as possible. When we see them flanking on the left like this the first time, like, it's just something we need to be much more mindful of the second time, or the next time we hold. Is there anything else? Right, okay, this was good. We should talk about the last part too. But yeah, I mean, after the first flank, I don't know if I would be too focused on this right side because of what I said. But I mean, yeah, you get the kill, so you do your job. But you definitely aren't really with your team a lot of the times here. You know, like, yeah. If we jump out here, I think that solves a lot of our issues. And then I guess that's the only other thing. Like, I don't really like this angle too much because we don't have any direct access to our team, both from the left and right. If you had played through left with the rest of your team, you could definitely help clean up stuff, you know, even if this guy is coming from the side. But I mean, our team is just dead. So when it's more of like the team issue, I think the best advice I can give is to clean up your individual fights as quick as possible, and to watch your teammates, because you know, if your teammates are going down for a reason, a lot of times the enemy is going to be playing in risky positions to kill your teammates, so you could almost use your teammates as bait in that sort of way. Like, there are two types of really good team play kills that come with like your standard like X rank team play, I guess, and it's the first one I talked about, which was the pairing of the escape route, you know, like where your team is winning a fight, they move people to a certain direction, and then you come in from a different angle and clean them up. That's really good. And then the second one is like this sort of thing where our teammates are taking fights, so we should be able to again, like, yeah, punish the enemies for trying to kill our teammates. But because we're in like such a position here where you can't help your teammates, right? You can't even punish the enemy properly. for trying to kill your teammates, like it means that you lose this game, even though you do get kills, you know? So yeah, I think that's it. I mean, you just didn't put yourself, like, oftentimes I think one big mistake can lead to the loss of a game, and I think here it's just kind of that, where the first mistake here is just you aren't in really a position to help clean up any fights, you know, or really to help your team at all. And that's something you should be thinking about. And then the second thing is, like, okay, here, you know, sure, we've made the mistake, but we can still come back from it. It's just now, okay, this fight is taken way too slowly. They're back in a second, even if we do kill them, and the game's over, basically, after that. Because, again, our teammates do go down, like... But yeah, I think, I don't think anyone would disagree with me that some games are are sometimes unwinnable. You know, even if you're the best player in the world, you're not going to be winning every game. And while, you know, you did make a couple of mistakes here, it definitely wasn't your fault that you really lost that. But that doesn't mean that there weren't things that you could do better to assist your team, I guess, you know, and give your team the best chance of winning. Okay, that's all I got. I mean, we only watched one game, so I don't have too much, but yeah, thanks for watching.